Hi everybody, Laura here. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I want to show you a fun love themed card using these new Danish wafer thin dies, Danish hearts. Really cool. I couldn't wait to try these. Once you die cut them, they kind of make these slits where you weave together and create these cute little weaved looking hearts. So what I did first was kind of eyeball the little sections that I'd need for the three different sizes. I'm going to do some fancy schmancy ink blending. I'm going to be using a bunch of Simon Says Stamp ink colors and beautiful rainbow colors. And then once you weave them together, it looks really cool. So I'm starting with dull pink and tap off the excess before you begin. You want to really start light, light touch, light, not heavy. You can always work your way. I'm going to try to get a gradient look. I want it to be darker on the bottom and work up lighter. And if you make a mistake, you can definitely work that in. And honestly, I started getting an arm cramp halfway through this project here because I underestimated how much ink blending it was going to take to fill in with all these different colors. And it takes a lot of time and a lot of elbow grease to start light and work dark. You just can't start heavy or you'll get splotchy results. So okay, so now we're moving on to orange peel. And again, I like to tap off that first little the first little, when I ink up my sponge, make sure you get your sponge nice and inked up really good. And then tap off before you begin. Just kind of helps to get that first little, excess of ink and then start light. And then you can begin to work your way and get a nice, seamless, gradient look with your ink blending. Okay, so now we've got sunshine. Now this gets a little easier because the wafer dies get a little bit smaller, so you don't have to ink blend quite as much area, and goes a little bit quicker. So we're doing sunshine, and then I'll move on to, what is it, green apple. Of course, I'm going to do rainbow order, but these colors look so cool when you weave them together. You get like this gorgeous kind of Valentine. The colors kind of remind me of, those little box of Valentine hearts, those chalky hearts that say stuff on 'em, like kiss me, whatever. I don't know. The colors kind of remind me of that. Okay, so now that we've got all our inks ready to go, you can see that I had to do some a couple times because I wasn't happy or it got splotchy or whatever. Sometimes it takes a few times to get one that you like. Now we're going to begin the fun part. This is the part I couldn't wait to try, this little paper weaving thing. And I'm not going to lie, paper weaving might not be my biggest talent in life. It didn't come that easy for me. I had a hard time figuring out what needed to go over top and underneath. And the paper wasn't exactly sliding really slick for me either. It was a little bit grippy, but in the end, it all worked out. Everyone survived and no paper was harmed in this process. But it did take a little time. I don't have any good tips except for patience to get this all weaved together. You have to be really careful that you don't crease or tear or rip your paper because sometimes you have to lift up and pull under and yada yada. But anyhow, it all turned out. We've got all our three hearts weaved together. I'm taking some Tombow Mono adhesive and I'm going to glue those to a panel of Nina Solar White. I'm kind of cropping them off. My design kind of has the hearts going off to the side, and then the end, when I get these all adhered, I will trim off the excess. There was just no good way to really make all these hearts fit completely. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of crop them off to the side, give a little movement in design, and spice it up like that. So here we are adhering our middle-sized hearts. We got the three hearts. It's kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You got the Papa heart, you got the Mama heart, and you got the itty bitty baby heart. I apologize. You know what? We read these stories all the time to our little Emma, and she loves that when you do the boy, papa, and the mama, and the baby. Oh, I've lost my mind, people. I'm not kidding. Christmas, it my mind went out the window. And then the worst part is I got two more birthdays that come right after Christmas. My son Charlie, he's turning 9. And no, yeah, he's turning 9, right? And then Bailey is turning 11. So yeah, we're keeping the festivities a rolling around here. And Mama's lost her mind is what's happened. Okay, so what we're doing now is we've got the sending die. I die cut that with the Blue Violet cardstock by Simon Says Stamp, and I stacked 3 of those up, glued them together, give it a nice thickness, and then I'm stamping a little sentiment strip from the stamp set Sending and Wishing stamp set. These two, this stamp set and the Sending and Wishing dies, word dies, just coordinate so perfectly together. I love, love, love the font on these word dies, and the sentiments that go together from the stamp set coordinate just perfectly together. Couldn't be a better combination. Actually, I think the release was called Better Together, and that is true of these products. They definitely work better together. And okay, so now we got that adhered with a little foam tape, and I'll cut off the excess with my scissors. I'll just flip that around. And this little panel is pretty much finished now. Oh, I forgot to add the little eye in my Sending. So I had to do three of those, three purple little dots there to give it to equal thickness. And then I'll pop that up with a little foam tape on a standard size white card base. That's also Nina Solar white. And just to finish this puppy off, I'm adding a few pretty pink posh sequins using my multi-matte medium. I've got the three different sizes there. You can see how I like to tuck that largest sequin underneath my sentiment strip. And that card is finished. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.